We have all seen these pop-up ads that say you won't last 10 minutes playing this game and whatnot. It is highly advised to not click on such ads, for they will add viruses to your system. I decided that I would quench my curiosity by checking it out and see what's all the fuss about. Little did I know that it would go so terribly wrong. I readjusted my glasses for what felt like the 100th time as I pondered over a math problem. It was late at night, the clock confirming it by showing that it was almost 1 a.m. I had a math exam in a few hours, and at this time, I still had a lot to revise. I closed the book that I had opened in front of me as I couldn't focus anymore. I looked towards the empty bed on my left. It was Jeffrey's, my roommate. He was probably on the roof taking a cigarette break from all the studying. We had rented a room near the school so that it saves us traveling time. This was the last exam, and the thought of finally being able to enjoy summer break brought a smile on my face. I picked up my phone and decided to surf the internet until Jeffrey returns. I opened the shady-looking anime website and a pop-up greeted me. "You won't last 10 minutes playing this game," was what it said. I had an ad blocker installed on my phone, and seeing a pop-up ad really surprised me. I closed the ad, but it kept popping up no matter how many times I closed it. Frustrated, I simply closed the website and decided to watch some videos. A video titled "Two Men Build a Pool in the Middle of a Jungle" caught my attention, and I opened it. I expected to see those poorly made game ads to play up before the video starts, but no. It was the same ad as before. "You won't last 10 minutes playing this game." I was now getting annoyed by that ad, so I decided to check it out for once and for all. I clicked on the ad and it directed me to a blank web page with a giant play button in the center. The name of the game was on the top, stating that it was called Finding Simon. Next to the button was an image of a blonde guy wearing a blue sweater who I assumed was Simon. Seeing the character next to the play button made me more curious about this weird game. I clicked on the button and the game boots up. A small pop-up shows, stating the game rules. It stated that I needed to find Simon in a series of 5 images in order to win. An image of Simon was given. He was a blonde guy wearing a blue sweater and green pants. He had this weird smile on his face that would make anyone look suspicious. The game looked pretty straightforward. "Alright then, let's play your stupid game," I said to the screen. I pressed ready and a timer started on the top right corner, counting down from 1 minute. This was a super easy one, as if the game wanted me to find Simon. There were only a few people in this image, and Simon was standing in plain sight next to the guy selling ice cream. Upon clicking Simon, a next button showed on the screen. I clicked on it and the second image loaded up. This was identical to the previous one, with the exception of having twice as many people and obstacles. The timer started and it was for about 4 minutes. For some reason, the difficulty went up through the roof. I could not find Simon at all for 3 minutes straight. It wasn't until the time was almost up that I saw his head poking out from one of the corners. Something wasn't right. Simon's eyes were bloodshot and he was staring directly at the ice cream man. He still had his weird smile on his face. I clicked on him just as the timer was about to finish and the next button showed up. I clicked on it, feeling a bit creeped out by his sudden transformation. Once again, the image loaded up as the previous. This time Simon was back again, clearly visible. He was now standing next to the ice cream man, but this time Simon was holding a knife in his hand. I clicked on him, and then the next button. Now completely sure that something was off about this game. The image loads up, and the true horror started. Simon was now stabbing the ice cream man from behind. All the people in his image were running away from him with fear in their faces. I quickly clicked on him and went to the next and final image. What I saw made me want to throw up. All the people in his image were dead. The entire ground was covered in blood, and in the center of the carnage stood Simon, with his ever-present smile. I clicked on him just to finish off this horrific game, but a next button shows up. I clearly remembered that the rules at the start stated there will only be 5 images, but the next button stated otherwise. I clicked on it and another image loads up. It was the same as the previous with everyone dead on the ground, but there was no Simon in this image. The timer at the top right had also disappeared. I quickly shut off my phone and threw it away from me. Sweat now coated my forehead. I just wanted to relax after an intense study session, and this just made matters worse. I rested my head on my pillow trying to relax myself, but then I heard a knock on the door. I looked towards the door in shock, completely unable to move. Who could be at the door this late into the night? "Dude, are you gonna let me in or what?" asked a familiar voice. It was Jeffrey. Hearing his voice made me relax up. I was totally going crazy after playing that weird game. I got up and unlocked the door for him. Jeffrey is standing in the doorway, holding his throat. Blood was spraying out from a large cut on his throat. Jeffrey fell to the ground, his mouth desperately trying to form words, but no sound was coming out. He was constantly looking to his left, but there was no one in the hallway. I couldn't understand how this had happened. Jeffrey just told me to open the door a few seconds ago, and now he was on the verge of death. I tried to help stop the bleeding, but the cut was too big. I quickly picked up my phone to call an ambulance. Just as I was about to type in the number, I heard footsteps. I turned around. A man was standing there with a knife in his hand. Under the low light, I could see that he was wearing a blue sweater and green pants, his blonde hair illuminated by the hallway lights. It was Simon, from the game I was just playing, wearing his ever-present smile. He quickly walked up to me and slashed his knife at my neck. I was completely caught off guard by these turns of events and fell to the ground, holding my throat. The pain was intense. I tried to call out for help, but no voice came out. I was losing a lot of blood and my eyes were starting to get heavy. The clock on the wall in front of me caught my attention. The time showed 1:10 a.m. Exactly 10 minutes had passed since I started the game.